Oh, good morning from Two Happy Children Farm. Haven't been out making videos for a while. I wanted to show you an update from our minimum till cornfield in the fall. I've followed a lot of people in the Midwest that are doing no-till, and some of them locally, not very many. But you never really see through the course of the year what the fields look like. They seem to just highlight planting and harvest. And what goes on in the middle is fairly important because that's 8 months of the year is what's going on in the middle. So I just wanted to document what our field looks like in that middle period. About 6 weeks ago, I went through with my subsoiler. The subsoiler is designed to just lift the soil a few inches and then drop it back down. And you'll see where the black dirt is, that's the strip the subsoiler made. You'll notice the corn stalks are still standing from the harvest, and we're doing that. We want to keep that root mass intact. That's where the real decomposition is, and that's where the real organic matter buildup occurs. If you can imagine a corn stalk, you'll see half of it is above the surface of the soil, the other half is the root mass below the surface, and that's how you really build the organic matter. Looking here, one of the myths of no-till farming is that you have to control your weeds by using tillage, or you have to control your weeds by using a lot of chemicals. This field shows you we haven't done any tillage except for the strips, and we haven't applied any chemicals, and yet we're getting, I would say, 100% weed control. The mulch itself is blocking a lot of weeds from coming up, and we do have had dry conditions. But the other benefit from no-till versus tillage is I'm not back in the field disturbing the seed zone, which is about an inch deep for a lot of the small weeds. Every time you till, you bring up new weed seeds, and then you have to go back and re-till to kill them. So we've gone to no-till, which means we're not reincorporating new weed seeds or spreading them with our tillage equipment, and we're getting 100% weed control. The majority of our weed control comes during the spring, and then once spring is passed, it comes from the crop itself. Growing a healthy crop with a decent crop canopy will shade out any new weeds from coming up. And it's carried us all the way through harvest and all the way through late October. So this field's going to stay the way it is for the rest of the winter. There's no work required or no further work to be done. The residue is going to start breaking down a little faster now that we have rain, and the weeds are going to be controlled with the mulch. I'll take a few videos in a couple more months. Like I said, I wanted to show what the field looks like through the year. I haven't seen anyone else really documenting that. They always seem to just document the best days, which are harvest and planting. But through the year, they don't really show you what's going on. So that's our no-till cornfield. We're building organic matter, and in preparation for heavy rains, we have a lot of residue on top of the field. So we're going to reduce erosion on this field. And with these strips, we're going to capture most of that rain into our field rather than running off into a local waterway, which will feed the streams and rivers down to the Gulf. So, conservation in practice here at Two Happy Children Farm. Looking way in the distance, you can see what a typical Central Texas farm looks at this time. You see that black soil? He's had it worked down to basically a powder. When we get a 4-inch rain like they're predicting, there's going to be massive erosion. It's already in seedbed quality condition, meaning you could literally go in and plant. It's worked so fine, it's ready for planting right now. And yet it's exposed for another 4 months before we even get around to planting. So we'll be seeing a lot of those type of farms losing a lot of soil over the next few months, versus our farm, we're going to be holding the soil, holding whatever nutrition is in the soil on our farm, and overall making less passes through the field. So thanks for watching, and we'll be updating this in the future.